So today is February 27th, 2020. It's 1:20 in the morning right now. I haven't done this in a little while. Part of it was, um, I don't know, there was a lot of stuff where it would have been good to. Um, Pretty much since, I guess the last time, I got a couple days off last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And so I took a lot of those 5 days, the weekend plus those 3 days, to reflect. Um, and some of that's looking at things and just thinking about things in general, but I started writing everything down. Not everything, but I started posing questions to myself of things that I need to think about to kind of evaluate my life and where I want to go with it, what I want to do. Things like, this one's probably a little too broad, but what do I want out of life? What are my values? What are my big rocks, things that are central in my life? How am I going to physically take care of myself? What do I want to learn professionally? What experiences do I want to have? There's a bunch of these, and I'm still coming up with more questions right now. I've got this whole page plus this little bit here. 29 questions in all so far. I'm still coming up with more. I've been giving myself about a page each in here to respond to them and kind of think through them and really reflect on what actually is going to matter, and what I want out of life. So there's been a lot of that. One of those days I went out to the desert and I took some pictures, but I was also kind of just thinking, looking at the stars and piecing things together, yelling into the void because no one's around, and I really needed some stress relief. The next day I took the train to Solana Beach and back. It was nice. I got to sit on the beach and watch the sunset when I got down there. But that was when I started writing in that notebook. There were some days where I just didn't do anything, just slept, and it was great. I was going to work from home Thursday and Friday last week. Something came up, something was going to happen Thursday. There were some small issues, and so I went in anyway, and something happened. For some reason I went in Friday too. I don't remember what it was Friday, why I went in. Not all that important, but I did. It was interesting because it was kind of impulsive. Like, end of the day, I saw Alma leaving and she waved to me and I waved to her, and just like instinctively I turned out of my chair and like went down to talk to her, just really say anything. I didn't have anything in particular to say, just to see her, talk to her. And it didn't register till later, that like Beatrix was, she sits right there so she could see it all. And I think she saw me wave and then turn and get up, and I think she knew, and she said aw, but it didn't register in my head till afterward. But because we had kind of talked about like some of the things that I've been writing in here and questions that I've been posing to myself, and some of it about like relationships and how that generally hasn't worked out for me. But and we talked about how a little bit about, like I took Alma to the holiday party. And so maybe she's making that connection there. Um, yeah. Um, and after Friday, I felt like I screwed up. Just the way things went in that conversation, like it wasn't bad necessarily. I felt like I screwed up. And I had written an apology in here in the last page, and like half a page, and I was worried that maybe I was pushing too much, and I sent it to Cherry to see what she thought. She was like, I think she's gonna be confused. And some of that, I think I was just a little too deep, a little too far down the rabbit hole, and not looking at the bigger picture. So it's nice to kind of have someone that can recognize that, help pull me out. Yeah. I kept wanting to go down and talk to her. Had no idea what to say. Um, yeah, I mean, like I've talked to quite a few people about it, about the situation, how to approach it. I've gotten a few ideas. But largely, I feel like what's been working has been just me, being me. The original ideas that I have, like for example, I had the idea that, you know, she's at work, I'm at work. Why do we need to try to plan lunch so much? Why can't we just go? So I went out. I was gonna talk to her and also make a phone call. And then she wasn't out there, and I also realized that I left my insurance card in my wallet in the office, so I had to come back and get that. And I ran into her on the way to get that. So we were talking a little bit, and I she was apologizing for, like having not gotten lunch yet, and said there was a lot going on, and maybe in a couple weeks or something. And I just asked, do you want to do it today? And so we did. We went over to Subway, got back, came and ate. That took a little bit longer than I thought. Yeah, the time was a little tight there. But we still got to talk and eat, and I think it went pretty well. It was nice getting to talk to her and get to know her a little bit better. And there's a part of me that, just in general, where I feel like maybe this is going to come out wrong or in some sort of negative light, because I can think of alternative ways that this is being worded, or thought of. But there are times where, okay, one of the reasons that I don't drink, it's a much smaller reason, but I feel like I would have an addictive personality, and it would be very easy for me to fall down that rabbit hole, because, okay, this is helping, so keep going. And I kind of feel, I mean, like, I felt like today went well, and it made me want to try again and again. So maybe it's a addiction kind of in a good way. Hopefully, I don't know if maybe I shouldn't think of it as an addiction. Maybe an addiction is a bad thing, but things seem to be going well. Yeah. I don't know. Some of this is, we're gonna have to play it out and see. One sucky thing, not necessarily directly related, but we are gonna break the tech team into two, and the two seniors are gonna be the team leads, and I'm one of the seniors, so I'm gonna become one of the team leads, and my team is gonna be in the big tech room, which sucks because now I won't get to see her and wave to her during the day, or once a day, or whenever I'm lucky enough to see her. I'm kind of petitioning. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but to get to the room next to our dev room, where we tried to squeeze originally. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm hoping, because then we could I don't know. I mean, like, I like that room just in general, kind of that back area. It's quieter, but I don't want to not see her. Anyway, anything, it was kind of cool. I went on a whole different topic, went to the sushi place tonight, and Sushi Anya in Little Tokyo. It was cool. I sat down and like, oh, we got these things we recommend, and like they just started making sushi for me. The only thing I expressed was that, you know, I wanted to finish some Chutoro. And I said like 6 pieces or something like that. 2, 4, yeah. And so yeah, they just made a bunch of different stuff. Got to know them. It was kind of cool. The whole like bar area and the tables around me all cleared out at one point. So it was like there was one table in the back who the guy was apparently in Stranger Things. He's kind of a older, bigger guy, beard. I feel like he was kind of balding. Apparently he's in Stranger Things. I've never watched it, so I couldn't say for sure. But it was him, the 2 women he was with, and then me at the bar. So I basically had like almost 4 servers and 4 sushi chefs all to myself, which was kind of cool. Yeah, we got to know the sushi chefs a little bit. I mean, not all that much, but like we were talking and, you know, kind of know my name, and they just churned out fish after fish after fish, and it was all really good. I was looking at the receipt, and they didn't charge me for a lot of things, which was kind of cool. Or undercharged me, partially charged me. But one of the things they made, it was like Toro, I forget what it was called, Toro something. I think it was like a seared piece of Otoro with a piece of non-seared Otoro, with caviar and then gold on it. So I have now eaten gold, which is not something I ever thought that I would say. That always seemed really ridiculous to me, but I mean, there's no real taste to it. It's like a thin, tiny little piece of foil. But kind of cool. Some of the other, I mean, a lot of the stuff tonight was like all like specialty stuff. One of the things was like not specialty, but like, I don't think any of it, none of it. There were a lot of things that weren't on the menu. Like there was what was it? It was a like Otoro tartar with jalapeno and something else in it. but that was on top of rice and wrapped with seaweed. That was pretty good. There was something where it was like rice, seaweed, uh, otoro, and an egg. I think like a quail egg or something like that. Um, I had one that was it was it was wagyu, and scallop. That was pretty good. I mean, everything there is good. And then there was a scallop with uni on top, and then there was another one that was like a otoro sushi with uni on top. I think it was otoro with uni on top, and then truffle. That one was really good too. People next to me were like, "Oh, how's that? How is that?" I think they ordered like some sashimi, uh, the some roll, and then after they saw the thing with the gold on it that he had made me, I did not order it, but he just made it. They asked for one of those as well, and then I got the cuts of otoro, or the part that goes between that they have to like rip apart. That's my favorite one. And they're like, yeah, it's VIP only, and I had asked for 6 pieces of just otoro, and they gave me 4 of the 6 as those. They said, oh, this is only for VIP, and um, yeah, so like that was really nice to have. It's my favorite one. Um, they only charged me for 4 orders of otoro. I feel like I definitely had more than that. So I think I came out ahead tonight. Sorry, 4 orders of chutoro, I think. But I definitely came out ahead tonight. Good, great day overall, the 26th, and I'm looking forward to what the future holds. Lots of hopeful promise with Alma, and just feel good about a lot of things, so it's nice. Oh, maybe one other thing, because I think this kind of happened in the reflection period. I reached back out to Lon and was talking with her a little bit, and she had mentioned some stuff that that I hadn't, that I guess have observed but had not made the connection or realized, that maybe I'm still kind of dealing with depression, to a different degree than I was for those 8 years. And that may be something that started before high school, or before when I perceive it as having started. Pointed out that a lot of times kids, things happen, a lot of things that happen by like age 7 kind of cement things in you. And she was saying that at least her impression was that my parents weren't necessarily incredibly supportive. Like they were always there and like encouraging me to do things, but I get what she's saying. Like, and it wasn't necessarily supportive. I think she used a different word, but essentially the idea was that like we're not all a very open family. We don't talk about our feelings and thoughts and all that kind of stuff all that much. And so in that, I've kind of become a little more closed off in who I am. And I think that got me thinking a lot, like maybe that's why a lot of times in relationships, well, not in relationships, but the attempts at relationships, I go all in so quickly because I'm looking for that connection of closeness, that openness that I could have with someone. And I'm so eager, I'm just rushing into it, head first without thinking and a blindfold on. So that actually makes a lot of sense. So as part of that, I'm still going through trying to figure out who I'm going to talk to, but I am looking for a therapist again. I think going through something like that regularly will help a lot. Um, but yeah, hopefully that helps. I think that's about it. It is now 1:40, and I should go to bed because I'm trying to get more sleep consistently. Anyway, until next time.